Good afternoon, Chummy Chums, day 40. And today we shall call it fat and fucking freezing. It is bloody freezing out here. I'm literally struggling to catch my breath. I thought today I'd talk to you about losing a parent. Now, I lost my mum in 2012. Wonderful woman. Obviously she was a wonderful woman, she was my mum. And anyone else who's got a mum is the best woman in the world, I'm sure. And that's as it should be. But I lost my mum surprisingly quickly. It was like unexpected. She'd been ill all of my life. She had rheumatoid arthritis, which meant she had to have the bones taken out of her toes. She had to have both her knees replaced. She had to have both her hips replaced, her shoulders replaced. Eventually, she had to have one of her legs amputated. And then she liked to say she was greedy. The second one she had amputated twice. She ended up a double amputee. And she kept a sense of humour about it, which was brilliant. But a friend of mine was talking the other day about she was worried what was going to happen to her daughter when she passed. And I said, it's one thing I was never worried about, because my mum prepared me very much for her passing. So, not the way she passed. Couldn't have wished for her to go in a better way, if I'm honest. Sounds really awful when I say it out loud, but all the things she had wrong with her and all the pain she suffered through her 66 years, she had a stroke and was dead within 2 days. Massive stroke, was in a coma and was dead within 2 days. That sounds really cold and callous. Not at all. Anyone who knew me and knew my mum knew how much. Geez, I love that woman. But what she did do, the best thing she ever did, was prepare me for it. I've watched people grieve their parents, grieve their mums so deeply, where they can't function. And one thing my mum never wanted was for that to happen to me. I was the only daughter, her only daughter, the girl of the family, one in charge of pretty much everything, the boys. And she never wanted me to fall apart, I think. And I'm glad that she taught me and prepared me. I'll be cooking in the kitchen and my mum would go to me, well, I wouldn't cook it that way. I'd promptly tell her to F off. She'd promptly laugh and go, oh, when I'm a ghost, I'm going to come and haunt you. So now when I cook something, I can almost hear my mum going, oh, well, I wouldn't do it like that. It's a bit of a joke. I talk to her every Christmas Day. We have a sing-along like we used to. On her birthday, I light a candle for her. I send a big hug. But I'm never sad, and I'm never sad because she was mine. So she was my mum. No one else's. Well, she was my brother's, but we don't let them know that. But she was mine, all mine. And she made sure I knew that we had a special bond. And the funny thing is, she let my brothers know that they had a special bond too. So you're able to cope better if you're prepared for it. So the only thing I'd say to you is, if you're a parent, prepare your children. Death is not this terrible thing. Death is a chance to remember amazing people. I remember my mum every day. She makes me laugh every day. I rarely tear up because I don't need to, because I'd much rather laugh with her. So as I'm slip sliding my arse around this park, my mum is probably watching down on me and going, I hope she falls flat on her arse so I can have a good giggle. And she probably is saying that. If you knew my mum, you'd go, yeah, she probably was saying that. So yeah, prepare your children. It's such an important thing. I'm going to bugger off now because it is, I need to put my hands in my pockets, it's so cold. And I'll talk about my mum another day, some of the silly antics she used to get up to. Until then, I'll speak to you tomorrow. Still fat and freezing. See you later, bye.